Welcome to a new update, and today we are going to launch my swing trade altcoin portfolio. It's going to be $1,000. We're going to trade that during the entire year, and today we've started with our positions and we've started with the portfolio. Maybe a right timing as the markets are currently correcting, but that's what we're going to do. Everything you need to know about the portfolio will be discussed in a little bit. But before we continue, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to stay tuned on the portfolio and more. Make sure to check out our free trade letter. Today we're doing altcoin setups, which can be provided to you for free. And also we've got our premium membership, which includes copy trading alongside our partner BitGet. But it also includes way more trade IDs, a community and more in which you can build your portfolio and your way in crypto and outside crypto. Now, alongside our partner, we've got a small promo which we can launch as well during today, which is a $2,000 user sign-up share, which means that if you sign up through our affiliate before February 25th, you are able to share $2,000 with everyone that does, which means that you get $10 to $20. All you need to do is sign up through the affiliate and deposit $100. That's all you need to do. Also, if you want to be part of exclusive giveaways and also exclusive trading competitions and more, make sure to sign up through our affiliate, which grants you $8,000 of bonuses up to that, and also 15% discount on the trading fees on the first month. Now, I know that a lot of people have been asking for live trading and also for more insights on what I do when I'm trading. And I've been trying to share that a little bit more previously with the update that I did on my Eat Short, where I granted and showed that I've made a significant amount of money on my trade. I'm going to do that more often. Right now I'm in two positions as well. I've been doing really well, but I think that I first need to get back to the balance that I used to have, and that's why I'm currently for a long time into South Africa and getting back to it, which makes me enthusiastic to start doing a portfolio which we can share with everyone. So this portfolio is just there to show to you. If you want to get into a copy trade solution, there's still the premium platform. If you want to get trade IDs, if you want to get full strategies and execution at the right moment, there's still the membership to do. But I think that it would be great for everyone to follow my portfolio, or at least follow a portfolio in which it's very reflective for yourself, and you can start understanding the decisions that I make when it comes to trading into crypto. So what we do with this portfolio, it's spot only, which means that I'm not going to use futures for now. This means that my thesis is that the markets are most likely going to run up, which means that I'm currently positioning myself long. We're also going to be into an aggressive portfolio, which means that there is a lower cap altcoins into this and not really the top 5 or top 8 altcoins, but beneath there, which means that the swings will be relatively heavy at this point. And you should be taking into account where you want to follow the portfolio. Also, the portfolio is not financial advice, it's just me executing certain trades. Then we're going to do more live trading, and we're going to integrate more portfolios, more on those topics as well, because I'm going on a journey myself, and I think when you make the decisions for yourself, which feels good for yourself, you can start educating others and inspiring others. So I'm going to make more content on that topic, but for now we start off with this portfolio. All the trades are going to be posted on YouTube. All will be shown on my screen. All will be given there as well. Every Friday you'll be getting an update on a portfolio. Anything in between that happens, you have to follow my Twitter. I'm also debating to integrate into the trade letter. But for now you have to follow my Twitter. If anything happens in between, I might actually update on every Tuesday on the balance of the portfolio. And every Friday you will be getting this update, and potentially I'll just be live streaming every Friday to answer all the questions that you have, depending on the interest in my portfolio. So today I've been buying my first positions. We can see that on the screen. I've decided to position myself entirely in the portfolio already to give myself a kickstart. The argument with that is that we can still make a drop of 20% or so on the altcoins at this point. However, I just want to play. I just want to start the game to be getting started at this point. The upside is still significant. I've been discussing that in several podcasts as well and other YouTube updates. The downwards risk is relatively limited to the upside potential, which means that I just want to buy at this point. I could use the DCA strategy, but with this and the fact that we are doing a weekly update, it makes more sense to just buy. And in that regard, I've bought those positions today. And the fact is that we can drop to 800 or 600 bucks for sure. We can do that. I'm going to share that too. But the upside to 5 to 10k is there if you trade it properly. So what is the actual execution with this portfolio right now? Right now we just hold. I'm going to go through the strategies with you on those positions. And along the way, we will be de-risking the portfolio towards other assets which have less risk involved. And we're going to hedge ourselves, which means that then we swap towards futures. And if it goes well along the line, we're going to integrate multiple portfolios on YouTube or just different strategies that you could use. My own thesis, my own trades that I do with my portfolio outside of this. Everything will be shown on this YouTube channel because transparency is the way to move forward. As you can see, we currently are positioned long into 6 positions. First one is Chainlink, the second one is Curve, third one is Reserve Rights, the fourth is Atom, also known as Cosmos. The fifth is Axie Infinity, and we've got Lux over there, which is more or less an NFT thingy. What do we see here as well is that the balances are clearly given, right? So the total amount is $1,000. Right now we are $7 in profit, which is amazing. Chainlink is bought for approximately $250. We get to that when we go towards the orders. Curve has been bought for $150. RSR for 100 bucks. Atom for 200, Axie Infinity for 100, and Lux for 200. The largest is Chainlink, pretty much the one that has been running the worst in the previous period as well, so I've decided to get a large position into this one. Secondly, Cosmos, which is getting the current hype, and therefore I'd like to have that as my second biggest position at this point. Could have been some other layer ones too, but I regularly want to have Atom given the recent hype around the ecosystem. Why are these the largest at this point? These two are the largest at this point because we are into a position that these have the lowest risk implied. So for instance, if Lux or Curve have the largest position, there's more risk implied, which therefore also grants a higher reward, but I'm relatively more focused on risk than reward, and therefore I want to have the largest caps to have the largest size at this point. So Atom and Link are the ones that are having the large positions. Then you can also see that Lux is into the $200 basket. A little bit more risk involved there. I think that the narrative around NFT marketplace and NFT is going to pick up quite fast. Lux is a smaller cap. But given that we are into the largest caps on DeFi and layer ones at this point, and also on the metaverse side, I think that I want to have a bit more risk. So I've bought 200 bucks in Lux. We get to that in a little bit when we start discussing the actual charts. Curve, 150 bucks. Reserve Rights, $100. All the charts are quite similar. Axie Infinity also 100 bucks. So the largest one is Chainlink, then Atom, then Lux, and then we can see Curve, and it follows by RSR and Axie Infinity, and then you get towards $1,000 in total. Now when you can see the orders, there are no open orders at this point, but what we do see is the order history, in which you can see that I've been getting filled. For RSR, I've been getting filled at 4.575. I've been getting filled at 27 cents for Lux, as you can see. I've been cancelled here, but partially we have been getting an execution. Axie Infinity, I've been getting filled entirely for the price of $10.43. For Curve, I've been filled at $1.11. And for Atom, I've been getting filled at $13.86 and Chainlink $7.24. So the total overview, I'll just go back once again, is this portfolio at this point, and as I refresh, we are back to $14 in profit, which primarily comes from Chainlink, Curve, and RSR. RSR is currently up 6% already. So this is my portfolio. That's what we start with, and we can see where it goes from here. Weekly updates, and now we are going to get up towards the charts. I think discussing the charts in itself through going from the largest to the smallest makes most sense. What do we see here? We see Chainlink. I've been discussing it a lot in the past months, actually. Chainlink in itself is making this accumulation period in which it starts to accelerate when it cracks some certain levels. So this accumulation is usually a period where you want to position yourself relatively long, given the fact that we could be dropping back towards the range low, which is to $6, which is technically around 20% lower. But if we rally up, we can easily make a 4x out of that, which makes the risk reward relatively positive towards 15 or more. In that case, optimally, you want to get into a position on the lower grounds, but yesterday we've had this wick. Then technically you want to get into a lower level of Chainlink at this point. However, I've been buying around here, given the thesis that we can still drop towards those lows. Of course we can, but we can also easily continue breaking out because people are so eager to get into the markets. The upside is so big at this point, which means that I'm not going to gamble and to wait for my entry. I'll just position myself as the RR for the upside is significant at this point, and we are up approximately 2%. What am I looking at in terms of this swing trade portfolio as take profits? Right now I'm positioned long, and I think that if it starts to rally, we're getting into this resistance at the range high, which might be the first TP, which is around $9.40. Apologies. But secondly, if it starts to trend, I think that I'll be looking at TP around 10 to $11, which means that I'm going to continue holding this position, and I'll probably be trading it way more actively with my trade portfolio in the platform which you can copy trade, and then I'm just buying and flipping those support resistance levels. But for now I'm long. There's no stop loss being placed. I think that if we lose $6.40 we are out, or at least trying to get into a stop loss position. But for now I'm long, and I'm looking for $9.40 to $11.50 at this point. Cosmos, pretty much the same sort of chart. I need to erase this for a bit. We've got this rally up, we got into this resistance area and this previous high, failed to break through, back into support, consolidation, and now it needs to crack $15, and then we take out all these highs, and I guess we continue rallying towards 24 and potentially even higher. Cosmos is not that much down at this point, which means that during the coming rally we might even face something as testing the all-time high for Cosmos. So I think that at this point with the position I'm quite fine. Still, I have to measure whether or not I'm going to be into a stop loss position here at $12.70. But for now, I'm sticking to the long play, targeting anything around $20 as the first TP. I've not placed any stop loss. As you saw, there's no open order at this point. Lux, the one that is relatively the smallest, but positioned as one of the largest. I mean, if you want to invest into NFTs, I think you want to first get into layer ones on NFTs, which is marketplaces, because the NFTs itself need to be sold onto something which is a marketplace. That's why you want to get into OpenSea, or you want to get into a competitor, which looks rare. And therefore you can look at the chart and see that it has been going sideways for 10 months already. And then you can position yourself well, given that the volume has been picking up massively here. And then secondly, there is also the market cap, which is relatively low compared to the main competitor. And then there is also the case of the fact that the market is just heating up. Plus, if we crack this resistance zone at 40 cents, it starts to rally towards 165, which would be a 6x from here already. So I'm definitely interested into something like this. And yes, of course, we can drop towards 20 cents at this case. I'm taking that for granted because 20 cents would still be a great entry to get into, but probably too great to hit. And if we get into that one, or if we get there, we've got a loss of 30% on our position, but I'm still seeing an upside of 5 to 6x, which means that the risk reward is still very positive for taking the trade at this point. And as you can see, we are running up a little bit. Conclusion still on all the positions, just buying, no TP, no SL. If there is anything, I'll be tweeting that out. Curve, similar chart, still accumulating at this point. Extremely long accumulation taking place here. consolidation in the sense that if we break through 120, the next TP is 195, but most likely I'll TP at 225, and then I'll also start taking trades based on support resistance levels, but we'll get to that at some point. So at this point, no real stop loss here either. I think that we can just hold and wait. Another one we have here, reserve rights, similar chart, actually starts to break out, as you can see. We have been feeling anything here. We have been going sideways since May as well, making higher lows, retest taking place. So I think everything above 0.004 would be great. If we continue the rally, I'll be taking profits around 6.7, or I'm taking profits around 8.8. It's depending on the strength of the impulse move, but definitely looking at those. Currently we are up approximately 10% on this one already, which is great. But as you can see, overall the charts are all just for accumulation and looking for continuation. Axie Infinity, a similar chart, going sideways, beautiful retest here. Personally, I've been hitting the long there. Right now we're just waiting for the next breakout to take place, and the same conclusion can be drawn, in which we just continue the rally. I'm looking at anything around 23 to 30 bucks as the next TP zone. So going back into the portfolio at this point, we can see, and I'll just refresh it if it works. It doesn't work. There we go. If we go back into the portfolio at this point, we can see that these are the positions that I'm looking at. This is my portfolio if I want to position myself well when it comes to the trading into altcoins. I'm going to be updating this every week. You can follow it. Make sure that it's not financial advice. Make sure to position yourself in and don't risk your entire portfolio with this. If you want to stay tuned on everything that is into this, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Check out the trade letter if you want to be more involved into what we do. Check out the premium membership. And I wish you a wonderful day. Also, comment beneath if you like this and what you want to see more. Ciao.